If there is one thing that makes the city of Qingdao worldwide famous, it is beer. Everything began with its brewery built in 1903 by Germans. Technology and equipment were brought from Germany specifically for the making of beer, which was only for Germans at the time. However, even after the Germans left, the Chinese kept this brewery and decided to keep making beer and to make it as authentic as possible. In fact, the yeast that they still use today is from Germany, as well as the craft technology, and they want the taste to be as similar as back in the 1900s. Over the years, the brand of the beer, called Qingdao, expanded. But most importantly, I think, is that while trying to make the crafting and the taste as authentic as possible, they still wanted their beer to be Chinese. The bottle design, for example, is a way to make it more Chinese. There are some bottles with blue porcelain patterns, some limited editions for Chinese New Year, or for Beijing Winter Olympics. It is now exported to more than 100 countries, and 55 million bottles are consumed every day around the world. And just like their German peers, they have an international festival every year in the month of August, where around 3 million people visit. It has become a real name card for the whole city of Qingdao to show its own character. The city is situated in the Shandong province on the east coast of China. The city of Qingdao has always had an international appeal. Its port has direct access to the Pacific Ocean and every corner of the world. At the end of the 19th century, up until the beginning of World War I, as you might have already known or guessed, it was a German concession. Today, we can say that it is a perfect mix of culture between the Chinese one and the German one, and that the city wants to use it as an advantage and to preserve it. So here are 4 facts that show how China is embracing the German heritage left in the city of Qingdao. So the first point is language heritage. A few words that Qingdao people still use today are actually coming from German words. For example, there is the word for ladies, which in German is Damen, and in Chinese they also use Damen. Then there is the word sandals. In German is Sandalen, and in Chinese it's Sada. And another example is the word beer, which is also Bier in German, and in Chinese it's Pie. The second point is food. Qingdao people actually eat sausages a lot. So one of the main brands of sausages in Qingdao claims to be using the German technique. The third point is the architecture. So if you go or if you look up on the internet at Qingdao Historical Center, you will see a lot of red roof building, and that is the building that were built by the German, but it is very exotic to most Chinese, so it brings a lot of tourism every year. And for example, the main famous building are the House of the Governors, the Town Hall, St. Michael Cathedral, or the Imperial Court House, and even the train station. The new houses built in the area have to have a red roof to preserve the landscape and the historical character of the city. And last but not least is the studies. The Shandong and Qingdao University kept a lot of German programs, and a lot of people there will choose to learn German language. And from the 1897 up to 1914, the most educated part of China was actually Qingdao. What is surprising though is that very little German people know about the city of Qingdao, and it is merely taught in their history textbook at school. As a comparison, Qingdao is more popular in the US because of its beer than it is in Germany. But that is most probably because there is too much beers uh, in Germany for the population to pay attention to Chinese beer. However, today Germany and the city of Qingdao are still quite close, mostly in education and in business partnership and exchanges.